The extraction fan whirred with gentle insistence. Claire peered into the bathroom from the doorway, leaning a bit awkwardly to avoid stepping over the threshold. It was quite a shocking sight. The bathroom was tiled in white over all four walls, the ceiling and the floor. Claire had always hated the claustrophobic design. It made her feel like she was inside a giant tooth. But today, every shining white surface was spattered with red. There were small dots, smeary streaks, little bits of spray that looked as if they had come from an aerosol can. There were even long, elegant looping lines that dripped down, like you'd see on the more lurid kind of police procedural show, which was obviously Claire's favourite kind. There were red spots on the bottles of shampoo and conditioner, on the white shower curtain pulled half around the bath, and on the narrow mirror reflecting the scene back doubly. Everywhere you looked, you saw more. The taps, the hand towel, the soap, like noticing an ant on a paving slab, and, as you relax your eyes, suddenly becoming aware of dozens of them over the entire pavement. All the spatter in a bright, deep arterial red. A body was lying half in and half out of the bath. Legs and a skinny bum in similarly skinny and offensively lime-green jeans were hanging out over the side and partially splayed over the fluffy white bath mat, while the head and torso were slumped on the inside, mostly held up by the body's head being wedged against the bottom of the bath. There was a rush of cool air as Sophie, Claire's closest friend and constant companion for more than 15 years, stepped past Claire and into the room. She whistled. "I'm impressed," she said. "This mess is, comprehensive. LOL." Sophie pronounced it LOL. She looked round the bathroom with interest, the action setting the brown curls of her hair dancing in their tight, high ponytail. Sophie wore a turquoise velour tracksuit of the kind that was popular among teenage girls in the early to mid-noughties, and the acid brightness of the colour against the white walls, the green legs and the red splatter, made Claire wince. She'd finished off a bottle of white wine the night before, ploughing on despite the fact that it had started to go a bit vinegary. It wasn't really an ideal morning to confront this. "You need some of those little crime scene booties. Come and have a look, weirdo," said Soph, beckoning her in. Claire stepped gingerly around the sticky marks on the floor. It was a small room, and there was barely enough space for both of them to fit around the legs that cut across most of it. Claire looked into the bath and saw that the inside was almost completely red, turning rosy at the sides as it faded out against the white of the basin. A bottle of vodka was turned over next to a lifeless pale pink hand. Basher was still standing in the doorway. He had been a fairly seasoned police officer, a detective and everything, before quitting a couple of years ago. Now he held his hand over his mouth. "It is just barbaric," he murmured, in his peculiarly deep, soft voice. "I cannot even conceive how this happened. The white will never be properly white again." "Yes," agreed Sophie. "It's going to leave some stubborn stains for sure." "Yeah, this tooth has got some serious gum disease," said Claire. The other two stared at her. Because the room is like... Oh, never mind.